Hi friends, today we are chatting with Mr. Kiranjeet Singh Pannu, the amazing Chief Executive Officer for the VIBGYOR Group of Schools. Imagine being in charge of 36 schools with 50,000 students. That's like being the captain of a big ship. Mr. Pannu is not just an education expert, he is also the ex-lieutenant commander in the Indian Navy and knows a lot about digital technology and education. Let's learn more about his exciting journey and ideas. Mr. Pannu, overseeing 36 schools must be quite a challenge. How do you manage to keep track of everything and ensure each school is doing the best for its students?
Yeah, hi, good morning. Yeah, it is definitely a big challenge, and just to add to those two data statistics that you said, that 36 schools and 50,000 kids, and our total staff strength who helps us in handling these 36 schools is close to 10,000 people. So I think there lies the answer. We are as good as our educators and our staff. So I think the whole essence of school education, all the objectives that we are trying to achieve, we achieve it through our 10,000 staff. So me as a Chief Executive Officer, my role is to ensure that my staff gets what it needs to then support the 50,000 kids.
So like teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes,
right?
Definitely.
So you've used a lot of cool tech in education. So can you tell us about the most exciting technology you've brought into your schools?
Okay, see, technology as such for the last 21 years, it's been there in schools all over. In VIBGYOR, yes, you are right. We are now, the next year, in fact, 2024 is going to be the 20th year of VIBGYOR. So we are going to be in education for 20 years. And right from the first year in 2004, when the first VIBGYOR school started, we've always been a tech-oriented school. Right from our chairman and the founder, Mr. Rustam Kerawala, being an electronics engineer himself, he understands the power of technology which can help in enhancing teaching learning, making it more effective and efficient inside the classrooms, outside the classrooms, in planning, strategizing, in data analytics. So you name an aspect of technology, it has been there in our VIBGYOR schools from day one. And your question in terms of which technology, I think any technology of teaching, technology of learning, school management softwares, ERPs, data analytics, homework assignments, communication tools, all kind of technologies which have been developed, which are getting developed. I think each one of them is uniquely helpful in our schools.
So since the last 2 decades, it's just been all technology oriented.
So technology, so I would say technology has been a tool which has helped the teachers and students, but then schools of course are about teachers, students. So the academics, the curriculum, the pedagogy, the co-curricular activities, I think these are anyway the core, and then the technology helps in making it more efficient.
A stepping stool. Okay. So being in the Navy must have been a big adventure. How does that experience help you in leading schools today?
So I think being in the Navy, more than the adventure, I think it's a privilege. I mean, for any citizen of the country, if he or she can get an opportunity to serve in the forces, be there for the nation, right up in the front. Of course, everybody else also does his or her role for the nation, but being in the forces itself, I think it's a privilege and honor. And your question in terms of how it has helped me, Defense Forces is all about human resource management. I mean, when it comes to whether it is the Army, Navy, Air Force, it is about men. It's about how do you be with your men, how do you form teams, how do you trust each other, how do you form a team which is ready to lay down their lives for each other. So I think the human resources management aspect which I learned and mastered in the Navy, I think that has been a big plus in any other job that I have done once I have come out of the Navy.
Wow, that's impressive. You've won awards for being an amazing education leader. What's your secret recipe for making learning fun and interesting?
So I think the secret recipe is if you're there with your team. I mean, if for us, the stakeholders are teachers, students, parents. So if as a CEO, I'm there with my 3 stakeholders all the time, understand them, I'm empathetic towards them, I am them all the time, then I think then you automatically get the ingredients on which you need to work to keep getting better. And then awards, I think they are just an offshoot of what all these wonderful stakeholders do. I just collect it on their behalf, that's all.
Then I heard you love to travel and explore. What's the coolest place you've ever visited, and did it teach you anything new or even about education?
Yeah, I think, I do travel. I've traveled to Europe, I've traveled to South Asia. I think somehow I'm very impressed, or I really like Germany as a place because it still has the beauty of the countryside and at the same time very good in technology. So how can technology and conventional beauty stay together? I think that I noticed it in Germany, so I really like Germany in that regard.
So it's like two sides of a coin.
Right.
Okay. And that's our show for today. We just had a fantastic talk with Mr. Kiranjeet Singh Pannu. From leading a fleet of schools to using high-tech in education and his adventures around the world. It's clear he's making learning an exciting journey for everyone. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next time for more interesting chats.